Howdy partners, and welcome back to my, at this point, every other day of the week blog. So we got a new setting going on. I am really hoping that it is not, so with the way that I'm recording, oh man, my hands are it's way closer to my hands. With the way that I'm recording, my phone is up there, obviously, you know, where I'm pointing to. And it's sideways, so that means that the mic is on the right side of where I am speaking and looking at. I believe, it's on the right side, because that's the receiver where I would talk on the phone. And, yeah, I am recording like this. I seriously apologize if it's only recording on the right side. I'll do my best to edit it so that it does. Sounds are equalized on the left and the right. So, I guess you won't know if I did that or not. Well, let me see. You should know if I did that or not, because it will, you'll hear it properly the way that it should be heard. But in that case, I might as well have not said anything. I guess I'm saying this as a disclaimer, in case I can't do it the right way or I can't figure it out and I just have to upload it like that and figure it out tomorrow. A new solution to recording on the phone while it's sideways tomorrow. But maybe you won't. Maybe you won't. You don't know about it. Sorry, I was grounding letting these coffee grounds soak in the hot water. You probably didn't see that. I don't know if the camera picked that up well, but yeah, I'm just wringing out the grounds so I can. Oh wow, that must have been really annoying. I'm sorry, guys. It's usually never quite that ear piercing, but of course it is when I'm recording. And the other thing is this camera angle is not that great. I can bring it up a little bit high. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And if I flip it that way. So, yeah, this is a really awkward, it's not even catching the whole page. Yeah, this is kind of awkward. Let me, just, okay. So, I think, is there something? Oh, man, I forgot. Jeez. Sorry, just another second. All right. Back at it again. This probably sounds super weird. Super weird to you guys. 1 second I'm talking, then the next second I'm back, and then I say, wait a second. And then I go away, and then 1 second I'm back, and I'm like, I forgot what I said. Okay, so this is about. That's good. This is about as good as this camera angle is going to get right now. I should have started off with a fresh page, so let me do that. Yeah, this is about as good as this camera angle is going to get. There is kind of a conundrum when it comes to recording drawing videos, particularly of the vertical variety. Sounded weird. Because I think it's pretty obvious to see right now. There's. Oh man, that's good. The common video format is horizontal, but the most common drawing, I guess, angle is on horizontal, is drawing horizontally on, not horizontal, vertically oriented paper. And that kind of looks a little bit weird when you're trying to figure out how to make it right and get it record. So, yeah, this is the best that I can do. Until I figure something else out. Maybe in the next video, I will, maybe in the next video, I will figure it out. And then I kind of lost what I was saying as I was saying it. Maybe in the next video, I will just record vertically and then just upload vertically. Because I think that might be better for you all, because even if there's going to be black bars on the side, I think that dimension-wise, you will get to see more of the screen, and then maybe I can edit some visual or something on the sides of the screen so that you don't, it doesn't look too... Motorcycle is driving. So it doesn't look too plain Jane on the sides, but that's we don't have to worry about that for now anyway. I'm going to so yeah, this is that format that I've been speaking about. That new video format for blogging while I'm drawing. Well, blogging while I do something. Before I was showing the camera of my the camera of my hands and my desk as I was gaming. The reason why I did that is because I didn't want to show gameplay while recording, because that has this is really hard to describe, but that when you show your videos, when you do videos that have commentary over gameplay, and another thing, the camera is kind of shaky, I think. I'm really sorry about that, guys. This is the best that I can do right now. My desk is kind of rickety. I'll do my best not to move around too much so, it doesn't shake so much. But when you record the commentary over video game gameplay format of videos, it's kind of its own genre of thing, and that it just comes off as kind of, how can I say this? I think that, well, no, it's not I think. It's kind of annoying when people start off every sentence as you think, when that's kind of a given for most things. Content creators do that for viewer retention, because people have really bad attention spans. Yes, I am a part of that problem for sure. People have bad attention spans. They do not... maybe they don't have a lot of confidence in what they're talking about, or the way that they're talking about it, or something. They feel like they don't have enough confidence to carry the video with the subject of what they're talking about, or maybe it's not that. Maybe it's that they don't want to. That's the easiest way of video editing and keeping people kind of entertained, stimulated, giving them some additional stimulus to your voice and the subject that you're talking about, to some basically unrelated, game thing going on the screen. And I don't know. I don't like the feeling of needing to speak over gameplay, because that's the only way that I can retain viewers. Even if that's true, that doesn't matter to me. I want to have more faith in my viewers that they can either stay engaged with the video, or that they can just use it as background music for whatever they're doing. Not music, but some background audio for whatever they're doing. Maybe using it like music. I don't know. Or yeah, that's kind of just what I want to do. But I don't, or maybe they'll, that's the other thing. Maybe they will play this this video as they are playing their own game in the background. I don't know. As you're playing your own game in the background, I'm talking to you all. You are my audience, and I don't want to feel like I'm being super judgmental of content creators that do that. I know that I'm treading a very fine line right now, and I might have have fallen off of this tightrope that I'm on a long time ago, and it totally comes off as me, judging them and criticizing them for what they're doing, but I don't mean for it to come off that way. No hate to people that do, no disrespect to that form of video editing. It's just that, personally, I would rather not. I like slower paced things. I like, maybe that's the best way that I could have summarized it. But I darn sure will not be starting this video over again. So if I stepped on any toes, truly did not mean to. You've got to find your niche of recording with your niche of viewers that you want, and I'm not really going for that type of crowd, and that style of editing, I should say. I don't want to alienate anyone from viewing my videos. I don't want people that watch those types of videos to think that, oh, this guy is a dickhead. He's this guy is a jerk. He is talking about me this way and jumping to a lot of conclusions, speaking about it in a derogatory way, like he knows anything about me. I don't. And I'm most definitely over-explaining myself right now. But, that's just the nature of these videos. This is what you click on here for. This is what you will find in my videos. It's just me talking and explaining and over-explaining myself ad infinitum. It really can go on for that long. But, I don't know, I'm just kind of good at doing that, I guess. Good at doing that. I say doing that like it's intentional, and really it's not. But am I embarrassed about it? Yeah. Goodness, that is good. Am I embarrassed about it? Nah, not really. Sometimes I might be. But, in case that probably looks sneaky as I was moving it around, it's just a bottle of aspirin. I didn't want it to be in the corner of the video. I don't even know if you could have seen it seen it over there. Probably not, but I'm just going to move it. Anyway, I don't know why I did that. I've got a lot of stuff over here. Yeah, as I was saying, I just don't want to make those types of videos where I commentate over gameplay in the background that's not even related, because I like making how can I say it? I enjoy different types of visuals. Maybe it could be as simple as I don't like that type of editing. Yeah. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's the association of that style of editing of those videos that I've seen, and usually, oh geez, this is definitely gonna sound judgmental, and this is absolutely a generalization, but I'm about to make, but it's true, in my experience of what I've seen, and I can't help that I have to, gotta be honest about what I've seen. It's most people that I've seen do that type of editing with just video games playing in the background. It's always kind of, it's usually just a drama core. It's YouTube drama core videos where they just talk about, YouTube drama. This thing that happened with this, I got a weird email. Things that happened with this YouTuber, what this YouTuber had said, how this YouTuber is under fire for doing this thing when really nobody cares. Talking about how how I don't know, just stuff like that, really lame type of type of drama content. It never really, it always kind of seemed like, I mean, it's not that it seems like, it really is just, it's no different from celebrity culture, and it's just YouTube TMZ is what that stuff is, except, well, well, with a much lower production value. Not that it has none, absolutely not. I'm not saying that it has none. Maybe you can say this has closer to none than what theirs have. I don't know. But it's YouTube TMZ, and I don't really care about celebrity lives that much. I don't care about my favorite artist is Tyler the Creator. That may be changing now because boy, have his past two projects missed with me for the first time ever. Oh man, those last two were misses. That's aside the point. Tyler the Creator is my favorite artist, and I am not on. I don't. That probably sounded weird, but I was about to say I'm not on that dude's tip, but that probably not appropriate for the type of for the way that I speak, and the type of content that I want to make for my viewers. But I'm not constantly refreshing that dude's celebrity page or whatever, or keeping up with whatever he says on his social media or whatever thing, or whatever I meant. I don't care about that type of stuff. I don't care about that type of YouTube content, or at least when it's as minimally produced as it is, and that in that standard 20, like 10, 5, 10, 15-minute video format with just gameplay and someone talking about something that just happened, and always cashing in on the latest happening with whatever viewer. Not viewer, whatever YouTuber. I don't care about that type of stuff, and whenever I see those types of videos, it's always over that type of content, and it's like, do your thing. You gotta make your content for your viewers, do what you gotta do. Just not my type of thing, and I don't want to be associated with that, I don't know, that subgenre of that corner of YouTube production. Not really my thing, so, yeah, I won't be doing that. Very long explanation, but I explain things. I explain things. I take a long time to explain things. Or sorry, that sentence like 3-4 times. To get out what I was trying to say. I take a long time to explain things sometimes, and like I said, it doesn't really bother me that much. Sometimes I do get a little bit insecure about it, and that's why I'm explaining it for the second time. I just explained it about a minute ago. Hopefully this isn't too annoying to you, but this is the, my videos. So, there we go. Sip. I know I keep saying this, but man, that is really good. It's the same type of coffee that I said I had in the last video. If you know, you know. If you don't, you can check it out if you want. I can't remember the brand name right now. It might have been Happy or something like that. I can't remember, but it's got notes of berry in it, which is probably not a common descriptor for coffee. Never heard that before, but I can taste it, and it's very good. Man, just, geez, really good. I probably should not be drinking coffee this late, because I usually go to sleep at 11, and it is 8:30 right now. So I probably shouldn't, but, I'll deal with it. As for what I'm drawing, I was kind of just scribbling while I was talking. I'm not really drawing anything. I wasn't drawing anything in particular, but now it's kind of turning into flame. it's turning into stylistic flames. That's a word that I was looking for, is stylistic. I couldn't think of it. And this is actually kind of interesting, that what I've got going on here. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I usually don't just scribble stuff like this, like free draw, and just let my hands dance across the page, and whatever happens happens. I typically, when I draw, I'm very deliberate in wanting to draw a certain thing, and I have really bad drawing anxiety. That feels so weird to say, to describe myself as having a type of anxiety, but oh man, is it absolutely true. And when I say that, I mean whether or not I have any type of anxiety of any variety. I don't like to brand myself that way, because for one, I don't have a formal diagnosis, nor am I nor am I really interested in getting one. But yeah, I can, when it comes to drawing, that's just me. I've got really bad drawing anxiety, and what I mean by that is, when I sit down to draw, typically, off camera in my free time, I have 10 ideas that are going through my mind, and at any given second, and I just freeze up at the paper, and I end up not doing any of them. And even when I do get started on one of them, I'll be, instead of focusing and putting all my energy into that one picture, I will be thinking of the other drawing ideas that I had, and how those might be better. So then I'm only putting like half heart into that one, the thing that I'm actually drawing, and it's just a really messy kind of what do you call it? It's a messy way of drawing. It's just a messy way of drawing that's very mentally convoluted, just confusing, and it doesn't feel very good. It's frustrating, honestly. But this is relaxing. What I'm doing right now is very relaxing, just kind of carefree. I was about to say jeer-free. Just drawing the form as they come to me. Pause. And yeah, it's this feels good. It's very relaxing. Oh man, I like this. And I can afford to do this because I, ironically, what I was just talking about before, I can actually calm down and not. I can actually calm down and, not hyper fixate on every idea at once while I'm illustrating one idea, because I am kind of already mentally occupied with talking, and keeping these flow of thoughts coming. So, that's where probably most of my mental capacity is going to right now. My mental resources are going to right now. And this is kind of just something to do. Drawing is just, right now in this instance, drawing is just something to do while I'm talking, and talking is just something to do while I'm drawing. So, yeah, it's just, it balances out, and it's relaxing. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense, but that's the best way that I can describe it. And I don't know what this is. These are flames, obviously, all all of that right there is stylized flames, and that's a different type of stylized fire right there, and so is that. Maybe that looks more kind of like a it could be like a blooming flower a little bit, and then you draw a little. I don't think blooming flowers have those buds like that, but that's okay. That's all right. You know, it's drawing. It's alright. Maybe in this picture they do. So just give them their little. Okay, actually that just looks confusing. That just looks confusing. So I'm gonna stop doing that and just go back to this. You know, maybe this is a smoke down here that I'm drawing. The other thing is I hope that the brightness isn't too bad. I hope it's not creating kind of a confusing reflection. Not a confusing, a glare. I hope it's not creating a glare. I was just sitting up so I could view the phone and see if you can see what I'm drawing actually. Let me just sit up right now and see if you can. Oh my goodness, that is bad. That is way too bright. I'm sorry, guys. Why didn't you say anything? Okay, that just changed the style of the... Okay, I'm definitely going to get too sleepy if I keep it like that. I'm going to keep it on the medium. I think that's what it... I think this is... Pretty sure this is what it was the first time, so... Yeah, that's... Maybe it's because I'm using LED. Okay, so if I... dim the light a little bit... Well, that's making it brighter, and I don't think that that's helping, really. I'm going to turn up the brightness on my phone so I can get a better view of what you guys are going to be seeing. And yeah, that is way too bright, jeez. You guys probably couldn't see what I was drawing that well at all. And then when I turn the brightness down on the light with this new desk tripod that I got, it balances it out. It supplements the lack of light with some weird effect that the phone is doing, and that's not exactly any better. So it can get as bright as the light will allow it to, but if I make... Oh, but if... Oh, what? Turn off, what? Man, what the heck? I just ordered this desk tripod thing. Well, this desk tripod, that's what it is, with the lamp on Amazon. And I may have gotten a malfunctioning one. I turned it off and then on that one time, and now none of the buttons are working. That is annoying. So now you guys just gotta deal with the brightness of the video being too bright. You know, maybe it's too bright for you. And stuff. Let's see. That's... Yeah, the thing is freaked. What? Oh, wait. Maybe it's the... Okay, maybe it was the, Let's see if I can show... I can't show you guys the controller. The control switch to the lamp that I'm fidgeting with because it's it's connected to the, basically, if I try to, it's connected to the lamp that's connected to the arm of the tripod. So if I try to, and the switch is also connected to the outlet, so it's kind of in the middle. And if I try to move it over, then it's going to unplug it from the outlet, which will make it do that. And I can't bring it over, so sorry. But I figured it out. Basically, in trying to move around while I was fidgeting with the switch, I was kind of wiggling it around a little bit, and that was causing it to plug and unplug from the outlet. But at the same time, oh, well, yeah, maybe that was the problem. Well, actually, no, there's still a problem. Now it's turning... Okay, it was turning off when I was hitting the power button. Well, this is awkward. The buttons aren't working, basically. That's really frustrating, dude. 'Cause it's kind of bright for me. Jeez, I don't know, man. Well, what I was saying before is that maybe it was the... It's just that it's showing... The glare is... making it hard to see lead, pencil lead on the paper. Okay, I really gotta stop sipping that. It is way too late. But maybe if I draw with pen, and this is really the only kind of pen like this that I have. I'm pretty sure this is a Sakura. Yeah, it's a Sakura microperm. Microperm... It kind of bleeds a little bit when I draw on this paper. Let me see. You know what? Actually, the bleeding isn't that bad. Maybe it was on a different type of paper that I was using where when I would draw... I'm sorry if you guys can hear those police sirens in the background, by the way. I don't live in that bad of an area at all. It's super peaceful. Well, I mean, it's relatively peaceful here. It's a pretty good area. Yeah, it's a good area. But sometimes they just like to play with their sirens while pursuing bad guys. I don't know where I was going with that. That was stupid. Anyway. Let me see. You know, that looks a lot better. That's definitely a lot more visible on this paper. So, you know, I guess I will stick with it. Anyway, microperm, it's an okay, ink, pen to use when drawing, but I much prefer the microns. I've got my 0.1 right here. I ordinarily don't use the 0.1. Except for fine detailing. Obviously, that's what the 0.1 is for, but I guess so. I'll give it a go this time. I'll use it this time. Oh my goodness, I am tired. This is basically the latest that I have recorded one of these videos, and I just got back from leading a Bible study for the second time. And just got back from leading it for the second time. I was scrambling to put together the reflections today. I had all week to put them together, but I was trying to just wait until I got in the mood for it. But that mood did not come until today, and even then it didn't. I was just like, okay, well, today's a Bible study, and I have to lead it. This is what I signed up. I didn't really sign up for it. I was kind of voluntold to do it. And, you know, time's up. You gotta put something together. And I did. And I'm, you know, I think it turned out pretty good for reflections that I had to make for 3 readings of the 24th Sunday, 2025. And I think that I put together some pretty good reflections and thoughts on them, especially for being put together the morning of, and Bible study was at 5:30 p.m. That being said, not a lot of people came to the Bible study, which was really disappointing. It's normally led by one of our senior parishioners, but he has some personal business going on. Won't you know, put his business out there, obviously, but he's stepping out for a little bit and leaving it to us to write up and put together and host for the Bible studies, and that is why I am doing it. What I was saying with that in the first place was he normally leads them, and we normally have good attendance there. There's always like 7 people at the minimum, and up to about 12, maybe 14 people that are regular attendees. Well, not regular. Most of them are regular attendees, but we'll have 7 at the least and around that much at the max. You know, you get it. And, well, today there was only 4 people that... Obviously, it was me and 4 other people, so 5 of us, but only 4 other people that showed up, and, I don't know. I led it for the first time last week, and it felt kind of bad. I was wondering, like, geez, were my reflections really not, like, that bad? Were people just not interested in reading what I wrote up? Because the last ones that I led last week, those ones I put a lot more thought and time into. And I don't know, people said that I liked them. People said that I liked them. People said that they liked them, so, you know, I'm going to trust what they say. And maybe, because what do I get? It's just like I said in the last video, what do I get out of kicking myself and putting myself down about it? Obviously, you have those thoughts like, well, geez, what if they didn't like them? But, you know, I'm not going to lament on those and invest in them and convince myself that people did not like them. I'm going to trust what they said and that they did like them, and that maybe it was just a very randomly busy September 9th for all the others. I don't know. My favorite person was there, and not like girlfriend or anything, obviously, but she's one of the people that comes to Bible study, and it's always a pleasure talking to her because she's a lot of fun. She has a lot of she's usually pretty quiet, but whenever she does speak, it's usually very interesting ideas or just very intriguing ones, or maybe it only stands out that way because she doesn't really talk that much. She's the one that I would say I know the most out of the Bible study, so it means a lot that she showed up because, well, you know, the church isn't exactly around the corner from her, and she will, you know, miss a Bible study in a beat, and you know that's fine. I'm not condemning her for that or anything. It's an elective thing to begin with. You know, you come when you can, and yeah, you come when you can. So it means a lot that she showed up for mine. But yeah, I don't know. It did bother me that people didn't show up. Again, maybe they had things going on in their lives. I didn't ask him, and I won't ask him what happened. I hope that for the next person leading the Bible study, that she gets a large attendance for hers. She's leading the next 2, or the next 3 ones, I think. This is a different lady, of course. And I hope that she gets a large attendance for all of hers, and that people can fit, fit the time for her Bible studies in their schedule, because that would be great, and I know that she would like that. In any case, yeah. Man, when I tell you I was scrambling to put those reflections for those 3 readings together, it's 3 paragraphs per reading that we need to, just give some insight in and explain further, and write down something of what we should be, some insight that we should be getting from that reading. It's not mandated that it's 3 paragraphs, or there's not a requirement, a minimum requirement at all. It could probably be like 1 paragraph and they would like that, but it usually just ends up being 3. And my reflections today were 3 paragraphs, even though it probably would have been easier to just do 1. But, the ideas kind of started coming and flowing, so, it ended up being 3 and suitable, and that's good. But, oh man, yeah, I spent all day really forcing those ideas out. I know I just said that the ideas were kind of flowing and coming along. But, yeah, they were really, they were flowing like drops of water through a water hose that's turned off. They were flowing like that over time. I was kind of getting drip-fed ideas. And, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of been a long day. It's kind of been liggity-diggity long. I was about to say dong, but I won't. Day. I guess I did, so I have to. It's an obligatory pause moment right there. Yeah. Oh man. Excuse me. Maybe you couldn't hear that burp. Hopefully you couldn't. But just in case you did. Excuse me. And if you didn't hear it, then just ignore that. Just pretend that I'm a crazy person. I might be crazy. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. Who said that? Who said I'm not crazy? I'm not crazy, you're crazy. Hey Siri. Who said I'm not crazy, you're crazy?
That's not nice.
Okay, well, you didn't really understand the question, so whatever. Go away.
Okay.
She clearly was not understanding what I was saying. So, oh well, I can probably look it up later. So, yeah, these are definitely more these strokes that I'm making right here on the page are definitely more tree coated than smoke coated. I guess you could see smoke if you wanted to. What are you guys seeing? What are you guys seeing in this right here so far? That is, if you can even see it. I am really hoping that you can. You know what? Why don't I just zoom in on this on this part of the page, since that's the part that I'm drawing on anyway. This is mainly like the only strip of paper that I'm using, so yeah, why don't I just do that? That is better. Oh man. That's better. Sucks that you guys are only going to get about 15 minutes out of this better angle, but, that's okay. I know better for tomorrow now. Yeah, this is definitely a good compromise. I would really prefer if I could fit the whole screen on here, because I don't know, maybe it's a little bit blurry. Hopefully not. It's a little bit, not as sharp when I'm zooming in, because that's just what happens when you zoom in. Uh, you know? I think I will switch back to the microperm. It's a microperm, right? Yeah, microperm. It's a funny name for a pin, a microperm. That's kind of a funny name for a pin. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. Psst. Okay, yeah, this is kind of too... These strokes are coming out as too thick. For those of you anticipating a pause, that was not pause-worthy. They might be a little bit too thick, but maybe it's not too thick for this. I kind of like how this is turning out with this thicker pen. Dude, this is really relaxing actually, man. I like this a lot. This is nice. This takes my mind off of the other things that that would be going through my mind throughout the day. Just random racing thoughts and just slowing down. Just drawing a little bit. Just kind of scribbling. This is nice. Even if I don't know exactly what this is, it looks less like fire than it did before when it was just lead. But that's alright. Ooh-wee! Oh man, I am tired, guys. And gals. Ladies and gentle viewers. Oh yeah. Oh man. I am pretty tired. I really would, I kind of want to turn the air on. It's not exactly hot here, but I'm only getting a little bit sweaty. Not really. I just prefer it to be a little bit cooler. But if I were to turn on the air, my phone is right below the AC. I mean, it's below the AC, you know, not right below it, because it's on the ceiling. And my phone is not on the ceiling right now, believe it or not. But if I were to do that, you know, the mic would pick it up, and then you would probably have a harder time hearing me. So I will not do that. I only got about, I don't know, some 10 minutes left in this recording maybe. So I will just deal with it. Yeah. If there's anything that you've been putting off doing, maybe you should start thinking about doing it right now and get to it when this video ends. Or better yet, just do it right now. I mean, I'm just going to be drawing after all. Maybe you like me drawing, and I hope you do. That would mean a lot if you did. But, you know, if you got something you should be doing, then don't let this stop you. Get up and do it. The hardest thing, there's a quote that I like from Sonic 06. I used to think that this quote was from Sonic Adventure 2. I could have sworn that it was, but unfortunately it's not. If you've got time... Oh, wait, no, there's two quotes. The first one is... If you've got... Oh, wait, no, it is only one quote, actually. Sorry. If you've got time to worry, then run. Nothing starts until you take action. No, wait, it's the other way around. Nothing starts until you take action. If you've got time to worry, then run. less so of the if you've got time to worry then run part, but the nothing starts until you take action line. Oh man, that is a yeah, they were really that's a good line. I like it a lot. I can't even think of something witty to say. I'm never witty. I can't. I never think of anything witty. But yeah, I'm definitely too mentally spent to try and try. Ooh, yeah. Real yawn, by the way. Like actually a real yawn. I kind of always yawn funny. Funny McGunny. Funny McBiggity Bunny. Funny McBiggity Diggity Bunny. Yeah, I'm starting to talk crazy. It's definitely time. And it's only like 8:30, man. Jeez. Well, no, it was 8:30 when I said that. It's most likely 9 now. 9 something. Siri, what time is it?
It's 9:06 p.m.
It's 9:06 p.m., by the way. My internal clock told me that you didn't hear anything just now. So, yeah. I wish I had a mic next to my pencil, or my drawing tool, so that you all could maybe get a little bit of ASMR, pen stroking ASMR, while I'm drawing in between my speaking, my speeches. But I don't got one, so you know how it goes when you don't have something. That is, you can't use it because you don't have it. What are you, crazy? I'm not crazy, you're crazy. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. Oh. Oh goodness, it is entirely too late for me. Why am I so tired? I think I'm more tired because I spent all day writing up that Bible study and stressing about that, the Bible study reflections. And then I set up this camera. I was fooling with this for a minute, trying to get the angle right. On top of that, you know, I'm drawing while I'm talking, and I'm just talking about random stuff now to to give you guys something. To give you guys something. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm just talking just to give you guys something. Yeah, and this talking is kind of making me spent, man. I could really go for a game after this, dude. I am so tired, it's unreal. I'm sorry that I keep on saying that. I know you guys get it. I'm not trying to be one of those weird people that brags about being tired. I don't know. I'll stop saying that. Sorry. Oh man, I'm awake. Dude, I'm so awake right now. I can never ever freaking go to sleep, man. What the heck is freaking sleep, dude? Oh, oh. Yeah, I am. I've never heard of. I've never heard of sleep in my life. I don't even know what. Sleep? I barely even met her. Oh my gosh, dude. How many more minutes do I have of this thing, man? Oh my gosh, this is about to be the longest 5 minutes in the world. Oh my, if this video freaking doesn't record or breaks or whatever, I am going to be quite peeved. I'm gonna be quite peeved. A lot of you are probably too young to get that reference. Definitely not YouTube cultured enough. And that's alright. It's a different generation. You guys got your own corners, your own angles. I don't know. Buddy, what am I doing? What am I doing, man? What am I doing? This coffee is not working. What in the world, man? You know what? It's not working right now. But, yeah, let me try and go to sleep tonight, and it definitely will be. That's when it's gonna kick in. This coffee is just planning to sabotage me. It's planning on it, you know? You know what I mean, McLean? You know what I mean, McLean? You know what I mean, McLean? Hey, McLean, you know what I mean? Hey, McLean, you know what I mean? Hey, McLean, you know what I mean? I almost actually dripped it. My fault, OG. My fault, OG. My fault, original gangster. Okay, I need to stop doing that before I ruin this whole notebook. Like the notebook. Oh my goodness, dude. What are we doing, man? Set 3.5 more minutes. Jeez, come on. No, I'm not saying at that time either. You know. You know, McDough? You know the dough? Yeah. Tell me how... I'm sorry, I'm not, there's a lot of things that I'm not. Actually, I don't know what I'm not. Never mind. I can tell you what I am. I am, what are some things that a person can be? What are some things that a person can be? You can't really be anything aside from a person. And when you're a dirty 30 person, when this freaking shaky camera, man, when you're a dirty 30 person, you start to get eschatological with it. Dude, 30, freaking 20 more seconds, man. Let's go. Jeez. Okay, no, that's a cop-out. That's a cop-out. I don't want to... I'm going to talk for the last second, and... Alright, peace.